Yes, it's me again, and I'm back. Okay. Today's going to be intense because I am, well, we're going to have to go through a little change today in my appearance. And I'm a bit nervous for it because you get attached to the way you look, the way, you're doing your thing, and it can't continue. So, yeah, I'm here. I'm live. I'm going to be live for a while because I'm going to be doing my nails, which isn't rare, but y'all, today is special because I'm going to be cutting my nails short. Now, I've been growing these. I've had long nails like this for a long time now, so I'm a bit just nervous to cut them. I'm going to have to cut them, shape them, do all of that. So it's going to be work. And then also it's just the stress of cutting them when I've been so attached to them. They've been fun for a long time, but this morning I did tear one of the nails and I just figured, it's going to have to get cut anyway. I might as well make the change now. So I'll be doing that while I'm here live. It's this nail here. So we'll get started with that one just because it's the weak link and oh man, look at that. Oh God. Y'all, look at that. Look at that. This is what just came off of my nail. So I just cut this nail short. Look at this. Look at that. That is how much got cut off already. This is going to be a process for me, you guys. It's going to be intense. I'm cutting them short. But you know what? I'm kind of excited because it's probably going to mean being a bit more functional with my hands, I don't like to acknowledge it, but having these long nails, they're a bit much, they are a bit much to deal with, and you have to learn how to use them, and it's intense. So, oh man, this one's going to be intense. But I know they'll grow back. Oh no, okay, one of the nails clippings just got on the floor, so I'm going to pick that up because I don't want that there. And I might forget otherwise because that's making sure you do. Oh Lord. It feels so weird already. I've only cut 3 of them and now I'm like, oh man, look at this. Look at this. My nails, my poor nails. Oh man. Oh wow. Now for the thumb. The thumb is the biggest one. Oh wow, I just put my hair behind my ear and it felt weird. I don't have my, look at that. So weird. So weird not having my big talons. Ugh. It had to happen sometime though, and now's a good time as any. Start of summer, I should probably have my hands a bit more. Oh wow, I feel so weird. There's one hand down. Oh, I feel weird. I do. I feel weird without my nails. Oof. Yeah, this one's a little bit torn as well. Yeah, but oh man. I still am possessed with beauty and a super cool accent. Thanks, Gary. Oh, Lord. I feel so strange. You like my accent? My West Coast accent? West Coast American? Is it exotic to you? Oh my goodness. Cutting these nails. Oh, this one. Yeah, I didn't cut that evenly. Oh, I didn't cut again. Oh God, it's so short. Just looking at it seems so strange. Put it on. Lord, what a comment. Your hair looks good down, Terry. You should wear it more often. Maybe you can get a man that way. Girl, come on. You know I wear my hair down. If getting a man were about being pretty, there wouldn't be any single pretty girls. Honestly, the better looking you are, the harder it is to find someone, in my experience. In my experience, and just from what I've observed in the world, because when you're beautiful, people don't really see you. It's a lot harder for them to get over that and actually get into who you are as a person and whether there's any compatibility there at all. People project onto beauty, beauty becomes this like mirror. People also hate beauty, they desire it. They're fascinated by it. It has this power over them. But at the end of the day, it's something that a lot of people fear. It's strange. But thank you. Thank you for saying my hair looks nice. I think I wear it down most of the time. But I don't know. Some of the men in my comment section, like when I put it up, they're like, ooh, that looks good too. I don't know. Just a bit. Ooh, do you have a Scouse accent? Those are the cool accents. A Scouser thinks I have a nice accent. Wow. From Liverpool. Yeah, they do. I know. And a guy I was dating, I mentioned I need to get it like trimmed recently, and he's like, I love your long hair. I was like, okay, dude. Whew. Calm down. Calm down. I'm just talking about getting it trimmed up and, looking tidy. But yeah, he was like, please don't cut your hair. I was like, you didn't even lock me down. Tell me what to do with my hair. Who do you think you're playing with? NT Ways. It's not in my little thing. Now I'm like, is it out here? Did I not put it away when I was last doing my nails? The nails are short now, y'all. Look at that. They've all been cut. I feel weird. I feel strange. It feels strange, like physically, not having my long nails. And now I'm looking at the remnants of my long nails. It's like, wow, that was so much nail to cut off. But it'll be good. It'll be good, Nails like that, they're lovely to have, and I had them for a long time, and honestly, they'll grow back within a couple months. I'll have long nails again, so I'm not too worried about it. But it is weird when it's like the change just starts. Dang, I can't find the little Honestly, my desk is a mess. If I'm real with myself, this desk situation is, I need to sort it out at some point. Even unattractive girls with long hair can get a man. Okay. I don't know what to say to that. Why is it all, yeah, strange like that? Okay. Well, I don't have to worry about being unattractive. But you talk about it as if it's like that is like getting a man. Like, what is that even? You know? I can get a man if I want. It's just I want the kind of man I want. And that's more challenging. I'm not concerned with just getting any man. So I don't know what like you're even saying. I don't want a man just to have one. I want a man I want. That's the more challenging thing. I get, attention every time I leave the house, or even I don't have to leave the house. But it's, are these the men I'm looking for? I mean, where I live, that's not really true. That's kind of plenty of those women are married. I think this is like really kind of a silly conversation, and I had somebody like attacking me. It was a man. Surprisingly, I'm like, why is a man even talking to me this way? It was so like out of nowhere disrespectful. But I mean, he was like, if you're so pretty, why aren't you married? And I was like, well, what does that have to do with it? A lot of it has to do with just knowing the right people. It's hard dating in a liberal city as well. Like, most of the men I meet are liberals, and liberal men are into liberal women. It's a lot harder as a more conservative woman to meet somebody with kind of a conservative value system, perspective, let alone one that can appreciate like my virtues. They're looking for the kind of woman that's a match to them. I'm not enjoying this. I don't like this file as much as I like the little one. What kind of man do I want? Somebody whose personality and values align with mine. One who, has a strong relationship with God, and who takes, one who takes living right seriously. Somebody who also likes me as a person and isn't looking for me to be, just a role in his life, but is actually has an interest in me as an individual as well. And somebody who I can have a decent friendship as well as a relationship with. Somebody who I can form like a lasting union with. Not somebody who's like viewing me in like a superficial way. Somebody strong, somebody quiet. And when I say strong, somebody who's like internally strong, somebody who isn't, emotional and weak. somebody, or I shouldn't say like emotional, but somebody who doesn't let their emotions run them, somebody who isn't, looking to me to be a thrill in their life, but is like really kind of concerned with living the correct way and, treating people in the correct way. Do I want a fairy tale love story kind of man? I don't know what you mean. I don't know what you mean. No, not really. I'm gonna cut this one unevenly, and now it's looking kind of weird. I don't like filing with that big file. It doesn't feel natural. Dreams can come true, though. I don't know that a fairy tale is my dream, because fairy tales usually entail a lot of disturbing content. But maybe that's just life. I mean, there's truth in that anyway. There's boba in this drink. I'm trying to break the boba up and get some through my straw. There we go. I mean, I don't know what a fairy tale would look like for me. I'm really not interested in like anything too silly, I'm looking for somebody serious, somebody with a serious disposition, but somebody who's also like decent, somebody who's like, able to, somebody who like, I don't have to like lead, somebody I don't have to push around or lead or like, somebody who isn't always looking to me to give him direction. I want a man who has direction in his life. Somebody who lives right. I don't know. Like, I think it's pretty simple. But it's not easy because a lot of people aren't like this. A lot of people they're not seeking, you, they're seeking a woman, And there's a big difference. I want somebody who's seeking me. Somebody who likes me for me. Fairy tales can come true. It can happen to you if you're young at heart. I am pretty young at heart. Hey, Chris, welcome to the chat. I'm getting some advice about how to snag a man. You want any advice for me? I cut my nails, dude. Look at that. What happened to my nails? They're short. Look at this. Look at this, Chris. You weren't here for this. Look at how much I cut off of one of my nails. These are my real nails. They were my real nails. I feel strange, which isn't strange here at the Terri Strange channel. We keep it strange 24/7. But I feel a little weird not having my nails. Now I'm like filing them down, getting them kind of all same. I just feel oof. Because this morning I was getting dressed and I snagged one of them on this hand and I was like, you know what? And the snag was not something really fixable. And I was like, I guess it's time to cut the nails, you know, it's time. I've let them be long enough. I'm kind of excited though. Like, am I going to have more use? Am I going to have like more use of my hands now? Like, because at work, you know, with typing, I've been typing with like the tip tails of my nails. It's been a little bit difficult. I'm like, oh, am I going to be able to do things easier now? Am I going to be able to use my phone easier? Like, oh, well, they were fun while they lasted, but this is the thing about natural nails, you know, they eventually will snag and break. What is this? Feeling extreme, huh? I feel extreme now. I feel very like, whoa, this was a big change. What is the next line of that song? Now I'm feeling bad. I'm like, oh, I like that song. I kind of want to sing it while we're sitting here. Let's look it up. I'm going to look up the lyrics and sing to y'all. Oh, yeah, using the phone's easier. Do you like the title? That's taken from a song as well. Props to anybody who can find the song or who knows the song. Okay, here we go. I found the lyrics. For it's hard you will find to be narrow of mind if you're young at heart. You can go to extremes with impossible schemes. You can laugh when your dreams fall apart at the seams. And life gets more exciting with each passing day. And love is either in your heart or on its way. Don't you know that it's worth every treasure on earth to be young at heart? For as rich as you are, it's much better by far to be young at heart. And if you should survive to 105, look at all you'll derive out of being alive. And here is the best part. You've had a head start. If you are among the very young at heart, everything will be way easier, yeah. More than words. No, oh God. I have a friend, that's her favorite song. She admitted that. I like laughed so hard. I was like, More Than Words is your favorite song? Girl, she's like, shut up. More Than Words is all you have to do. More than words. I'm trying to think of that song, like, oh God, I always thought it was so cheesy, but like she gets emotional every time she hears it. What's everyone's favorite song? I'm interested. What's your favorite song? It's kind of a hard question because like I love music, so a favorite song, I have to think about it. Mm, that was the song I thought you were talking about. No, lyrics. Yeah, I do often like lyrics as my titles here. So this is the lyrics from a song by a pretty popular band. Um, their first album, one of the less popular songs, but it's a pretty good song. I mean, I love that whole album. It's like perfect. It's one of those albums I play, from start to finish, never skipping a song. Where does the end of me become the start of you? Well, it's all too late. It's all too late. Oh, you driving AFK, AFK. Don't be, don't be, talk to texting while you're driving. Oh my God. Oh my God. Yeah. So weird. Cutting my nails. I'm like, do I even want to like go through and like repaint them right now? I kind of don't. I kind of just want to let it be for a while. Maybe I won't paint them. I do like the brown. I was thinking, am I going to repaint them this weekend? But yeah, I'm not feeling it. More than words is all you have to do to make it real. And you wouldn't have to say you love me, 'cause I'd already know. Why do I work so hard on my nails? I mean, I don't. What do you mean, work hard on my nails? What are you talking about? This ain't hard. It's fun. I enjoy doing my nails, and I don't work very hard on them. I mean, they're very basic. I could do more. I mean, I do pretty basic maintenance and care, but it is important to me to have nice nails. There's something that people notice about you right away. I'm also expressive. I use my hands a lot with talking to people. So, having well, nice looking nails is important. But yeah, having them long like they were, I mean, that's not much effort for me. My nails grow pretty fast anyway. So I've always had that. Even when I like worked with my hands, they would grow really rapidly. So it's not too much work, to have them look nice. I am a woman. How many women are you? And men do not like chicks with fancy nails. I asked my husband, they don't care. I don't care. I don't, what the hell is this? I don't do it for men. I do it for me. All of my femininity, when I do my makeup, how I dress, how I look is not for anybody else. And let me tell you something. Men will lie and say they don't like it, but they love it. All right? They love femininity. Okay? They see that and they think it's for them and they get a big head about it and they'll be like, no, I don't like chicks with all that makeup. I don't like it when you look like this, that, and the third. They lying their ass off because anytime they see a chick looking like that, what happens? They're like, breaking their neck to get a second peek, okay? Don't do not don't listen to what they say because they be lying. Just watch what they do. Okay? And like I said, they're not, I don't see them as fancy. I don't see them as fancy. They're just, you know, they're just painted, you know? They're just painted. Is that fancy? I don't get it. Hmm. You bite your nails? Dang, Ron, you bite your nails? That's savage. Some men like the porn chick, not all though. What is pornographic about having painted nails? Like what? I don't do that anymore. The girls do that to me. Yeah, okay, Ron. Thank you, Arrow1. Welcome to the chat. I hope you're well. What do you think of Feng Shui in terms of energy healing? I get my good and bad days with it. My mood has an influence on it. It feeds off my energy. I repent a lot. Blessed be he. I don't, you keep, no, I don't, I'm not following you and I don't even know why you're bringing up porn. Like, honestly, like, I, I don't know what the porn chick look is. I don't know what you mean by porn chick look. And I don't think I have that. So maybe I'm wrong. Maybe I do. Maybe, but from what I've seen, like any type of woman that men are attracted to, they make some kind of porn for. Even, any kind of woman. I don't know. Like you can get old women, you can get young women, you can get women with long hair, short hair, all different styles. Okay. I don't know what you're talking about here. And I don't know if you're talking about me, which is kind of like weird. Anyway, back to answer this. Yeah, I think environment can help. I mean, just tidying things up and moving things around shifts the energy in your house. I haven't studied Feng Shui though, so I don't really know. But I do think there's certain things about it, like, ideal placements for your bed, for example, or that kind of thing. Or how a room is arranged. You do want energy to not kind of be stagnant. And it's, springtime, so it's a perfect time to clean and move things around and throw things out. I'm not even gonna click on that. Men are more visual, women are more audio. Okay. Exactly. I mean, exactly. So, yeah, men who say they don't like women who look pretty or like have femininity going on, it's not true. It attracts them. It's just natural. It catches their eye. They're gonna look, and they enjoy women looking different than them. You know. But anyway, the fancy nails and long hair. I don't have fancy nails. I don't know what you're talking about. Do you mean long nails? I'm not following this. Like, you try to keep things. I mean, I'm not a natural woman. I'm not like, that's not me. I'm not down to earth. I'm not low maintenance. I'm very high maintenance. And a man is going to see that when he looks at me. If a guy wants a natural chick, there's plenty of them out here. I am in Portland, Oregon, okay? If you're into the natural look, if you're into like chicks with, hairy legs and armpits and, who never wear makeup, that kind of thing, like this is the place for you, okay? You're into the natural low maintenance thing, come to Portland, get you one of these Pacific Northwest chicks, all right? Like, not that I'm like, anyway. But I'm just saying, like, women are drawn to someone they feel safe with. Indeed. Hi, Fred. Good to see you here. Oh, I always got some weirdos in here. It's the Strange channel. We keep it strange all day, every day at the Terri Strange channel. I shave my leg. No, I actually use I use a crystalline buffer to remove my leg hair. But honestly, like, I don't keep up with it that much anyway. But anyway, I probably shouldn't be giving out this information. I'm not very hairy though, okay? Like, I'm not a very hairy woman. Like, when my hair comes in, like if I let my legs go, it's really not that noticeable anyway. You'd have to be looking pretty close to see it because it's pretty thin on my body. I'm not very hairy. So just to say, like, I remember when I was younger, a feminist, and I just got, into like not shaving, where we're all like not shaving to stick it to the patriarchy, me and my girls. Like, I would look at my friends and I would be like, man, their hair is a lot thicker than mine. Like, it's noticeable with them. They're able to stick it to like the patriarchy way better than I can. It wasn't fair. I was kind of like, oh, but now as I've gotten older, I've appreciated that I'm not as hairy as that because it's a lot to deal with. Like, imagine one of them wants to shave, like, it's going to take forever to like, and then as it comes in, I can only imagine like that kind of thick hair. I'm just glad I don't have it. I am a girly girl. That's right, Fred. Make no mistake. Painted toenails. Sometimes mine aren't painted right now, actually. I have a problem toenail. Picked up a little fungus from a salon a couple years ago that I've been slowly working on getting out of one of my toenails. So I've kind of just been keeping them clear, trimmed, so that I can kind of work on that toenail because it's, ugh. You got to be careful with getting pedicures because sometimes they'll like rush you through. And, I've had people like I know lose nails, like lose toenails, or like pick up some kind of fungus just because they get a, slight injury. So it's not exactly the most hygienic, especially like the ones with the like big soaks, Argalunas, Ron is letting us know that he likes smooth. I think he means in terms of hair. He doesn't like women to be hairy. Good luck out there, Ron. But I think pink would be nice. I mean, I could paint my toenails if I wanted to. Like, it's not that bad anymore. It's come a long way, but I just want to get it cured. Not the 3 sideways laughing, crying emojis. Good luck finding a smooth woman. Yeah, that's nice. That's nice. You miss my laugh. Well, I mean, I'm on here laughing pretty regular, so nobody's guessed the song that the lyrics that I posted in the title, even though we have 9 viewers, but no No guesses at the song. I mean, Chris guessed. He guessed incorrectly, but he guessed. More than words is all you have to do to make it real. Then you wouldn't have to say you love me, 'cause I'd already know. I don't know more of that song. That's the only like line I know from that song. But it's not More Than Words by, oh, who does More Than Words? It's like they had some like ridiculous name too. Barry Manilow. It's not a Barry Manilow song. Oh, Barry Manilow. I'm quite fond of him, to be honest. He's kind of, I don't know, he's an interesting guy, isn't he? He's a character. Look at that sun. Extreme. Yeah. What a big name. Big Sur. Big Sur. I'm not familiar with Big Sur. Big Sur. Yeah. And then I sang the Frank Sinatra song. I'm not the best singer, to be honest. I can be at times, but it doesn't always come across. Especially when I'm a cappella. Tears for Fears. There we go. There we go. There we go. Tears for Fears. He got it. The meaning of the title. Yeah, from the song Change off of the album The Hurting by Tears for Fears. You got it, Chris. Congratulations. Did you look it up? Be honest. Did you have to look it up? I love that. I don't know. I was listening to the song Change off of that album, and I just was like, knowing I was going to go live, thinking, well, what do I want to title these things? I never really know what to title my videos, so I just kind of go into pop culture and see what I can find. But yeah, it's an interesting part of the song. Where does the end of me become the start of you? And the song it's a very beautiful song. That whole album is beautiful. Like The Hurting. It never gets old to me. I remember I was so emotional during the pandemic, during 2020. I remember they'd closed down my local like clinic that I would go see my rheumatologist at the time. And I remember I had to take the bus like across the city to go to this clinic out in Hollywood. And I I had to like take two buses, and I hadn't taken the bus in like several months at that time, just because just the circumstances of things. I had been kind of, there were the lockdowns, and I got sent home from work and all of that. And so I'd been housebound. I mean, I'd, been out in my neighborhood, but I'd, not gone and ventured out at the time. And I had my little headphones as I was taking this long bus trip, and I was playing The Hurting. And I remember like, just everything was so emotional, at that time. And they weren't taking fare on the buses. Like they weren't taking like money. So, and I didn't know. So I went to pay, and they're like, the bus driver was really nasty to me. He was like, yeah, we've not been taking money for months. And I was like, I'm sorry, I haven't been on the bus in months. Like, I didn't know. Like, and he just let me on, and I was just like, okay. Like, so anyway, yeah, I sat down, put on my little headphones, and I listened to The Hurting, and I just like, I started sobbing, like not terribly, but I got like, I was like, I started crying. listening to the album like on the bus on the way all the way up to this clinic because I was taking infusions at the time to treat my condition, and I stopped taking those. Actually, let me tell you, like a big part of stopping that regimen was just the bullying around taking the vaccine that I couldn't stand anymore. They kept trying to get me to get like I they kept trying to get me to get boosters and that kind of thing, and I was like, I'm not taking it again. Like I've taken it enough. I'm working from home. I'm like social distancing. Why do I have to keep getting these like vaccines? But anyway, they were like basically refusing to see me or treat me if I wouldn't. So I kind of like was like, okay, I need to make a change here anyway because I was having side effects from the medications anyway. So it's a mess. I don't know why I got into all that, but yeah, Tears for Fears, the hurting. I was like, oh, I just remember like that it was a cold, gray day, and I was feeling like so strange and out of sorts anyway. And then, yeah, I put on this song, and I think it was the song Suffer the Children, or like Suffer, what is it? Let me look it up. Hmm. Oops. Sorry, I wasn't trying to play the song. Oh my goodness, why does it do this? View album. Yeah, what was the song? Yeah, Suffer the Children. That song came on, and I just like, I was already emotional, like listening to the album. That song came on. I was like, oh God. Because I just felt so alone at the time. It was so isolating, and everything was so scary, and everybody was being so dramatic. And I felt so out of sorts with everything. Anyways, yeah, you were a photograph. Well, it's all too late. It's all too late. I mean, I don't recommend sage. Sage is not going to remove a spirit from your house. Like, it won't. You're not really suited to church life. What does that mean? Church is for everybody. What about church life doesn't suit you? I guess is my question. Hmm. Yeah, hi Achan. I saw you here. Achan, how you doing? Um, yeah, I did. Yeah, it did. It sucked the big one. The big one. I don't know how it impacted you where you were. And of course, like the mandates went on for here. It went on for so long. Like we had to be masked and social distancing, like well into, like, I don't even remember when it ended. It like, it was well, I think it was like well into 2022. And people are still masking a lot of, and you can tell the like real true diehard liberals here because they're like still masking. They'll be out walking around, nobody around them. Yeah, yeah, it does. What do you mean? Why are you so obsessed with me getting a man? What do you mean by settle down? Am I not settled down? You're so into this idea of me getting a man. Like, it's interesting. It's not about getting a man, it's about getting the right man. The right man. All right. You know, if I don't want to have a man just to have a man. Like, that's not, it's not that interesting to just have somebody, again, like, I don't want to have somebody in my life who's just filling a role. And I don't want to be just a role in somebody else's life. I want to have a relationship with an individual as a person. And that's not something that's like, yeah, okay. I wasn't sure about Rhode Island, but yeah, Massachusetts is liberal as hell. Ugh. I didn't like it in Massachusetts when I went there, to be honest. I went in like June. It was nasty. I'm so glad I live on the West Coast. I don't know how you all handle those summers. It was so sweltering and humid and disgusting. Like, I felt so gross. You have many weaknesses. Honey, go to a church sometime, all right? You'll be surprised at how weak a lot of the people are. Fred, I can count on you to gas me up. Fred gets me. Fred gets it. And they know they probably not it. Don't I want to have kids? I don't know. I don't know. I don't even know that physically it would be a good idea for me to have kids. Like, just based on my health. Like, really, like, if I'm honest with myself, the idea of like being pregnant and having kids, it's like, at this, just with the condition my body is in, I'm like, how am I going to take care of these babies when I am having so many struggles myself to physically take care of myself? Like, and what kind of life am I going to be setting my kids up for if their mom's like this disabled? I don't know. I don't think that that's, I love children. If they came, if God sends me them, yeah. But I don't know. And like, I'm of the age too where it's like, I'm still fertile. It could happen. It could not happen. I'm not like, but I'm not gonna like just find a man so that I can make kids. It has to be done in the right way. I'm not bringing, I'm not just gonna like find a man who fits the bill. I'm not into that. I'm not into that. Like, if I make children, I want my children to be made by two people who have a solid relationship with one another. You know, if I bring kids into this world, then I want them to have the right kind of foundation, and I want them to be made out of love. Not out of like my desperation to just make them so that I have them. I want them to come in the right way. You know what I mean? Like, I think that's correct. Like, that I'm not, regardless of what happens in my life, whether I get married or not, whether I have kids or not, whether I get this, that, or the third, whether I have like this success or that success, like, it's not that important. I have my own life going on. I'm my own person. And like, I'm going to have a place in this world regardless. It's not, yeah, I don't want to be with somebody just to be with somebody. I don't want to have kids just to have kids. Because I want them. Like, what is that? Yeah, I know that too. Like, and you don't attract good things when you're in a spirit of desperation, like, at all. I don't like men who are, some men are desperate as well. Some men have really desperate energy and it's really off putting, you know? It's off putting. I don't want to be with somebody who's with me. Again, like, I'm not looking for a man to just be my husband and do this, that, and the third for me and be that role in my life. Like, I want the man who, if I am given a husband, all right, by God, because I believe that if that comes into my life, that's what it's going to be. He's going to be somebody who is somebody I have a personal relationship with, that I work well with, you know? It's got to be, it's not going to be something that's just like, you'll fit this role for me. You make enough money in this regard, you know. You can do this for me. Like, it's just, I don't know. I don't want something fake. I don't want something, like, I'm looking for the real thing out here in a fake world, I suppose. Like, you know, I want somebody who likes me for me, and I want somebody who I like for who they are. I believe it's possible. You know, I believe it's possible. Oh my goodness. Make them work for it. That's right. That's right too. Like, come on. Come on. I think people should have a full quiver. I don't know what a full quiver is. Do you mean just have as many babies as they can? I don't think that's responsible. I mean, it's nice if that's what you want. If you want a big family and you can make it happen, good for you. But I don't think that's everybody. And like, if I never have kids, it's going to be okay because I'll find other ways of going through life. And, you know, it's not something that I guess I just don't like. Sometimes I think, yeah, it would be nice. I think I'd have a lot of love to give a child, but like, you know, maybe that's not meant for me. Maybe there's other things that are meant for me, you know? Maybe I'm not supposed to have my own. Maybe, you know, or maybe, you know, I'm meant to adopt kids. You know, I've thought about that too. Like, what if I am not physically capable, or like, you know, it would just would be so detrimental to my health, but I'm financially capable. Like, maybe it would be a good idea. I've thought about that too. Like, if I have the financial capability, if I get married and my husband and I are like financially set up, maybe that would be something good we could do. You know, there's like so many things and ways to serve and to, I don't know. I just, I'm open to, I'm open to a lot of things. I'm not really trying to lock down or have like one experience. I just want my experience and like my life to be done in the right way. Anyways. Oh man, Joe scared me when he said "shut up." It, like the way his voice went, I was like, because I've imagined Joe like, and what I know about Joe, he is like disabled. He is in a wheelchair, so I was like imagining him sitting there and like getting frustrated as he's being talked over, and then just like letting out that like squeal, "shut up." I was like, I wasn't expecting that, but like I'm also like, it was a moment. Krishan was an amazing guest on the Hake Report, for better or worse. I want to watch the original episode, or not. I don't know if it was the original episode, but the episode where Krishan dropped the N word. I want to see that. I think I need to watch it so I can get some context. Because I don't like him. I have to be honest. Like watching him interact with people, the way he talks about like black people, I didn't like any of it. Like I was just like, and I don't like when like mixed race people, people who are half black, like, it's like they always seem like they think they have to pick one side or the other. And he's like clearly like more identified with his white side. And then he's like trying to use it to posture. Just, it's like, why not just be yourself and embrace your whole self? It was an interesting conversation though in the chat. I was like talking to Chris about, my opinions about race mixing or whatever. And like a lot of people that watch that show specifically are very against it. And I'm just kind of like, that's not my perspective at all. So it's just interesting to interact with people. I do understand like some of the ways in which though it causes identity issues in the children sometimes. And I think the real problem is most people are just doing things in the fallen state, they're not really aware of what they're doing, and they're creating families and children and not for the right reasons. And then these kids grow up not knowing, really who they are or that they have a place. Anyways. I'm not familiar with Frank Ocean, to be honest. I've never explored his music. 1,000,001, 1,000,002. I have no idea. The Bible says, the Bible says to have a full quiver. Okay, well, God has not brought me my husband, so what am I to do? That's true. You do see that with a lot of families. The older children tend to become parents. Capitol Hill, interesting. Well, he seems to be in shape. Doesn't he play basketball? He played basketball. Oh, I'm sorry. Maybe one day he will, Fred. Maybe he will. Facts. I don't know what you're responding to, but probably I was saying something true. This race mixing doctrine is not a European idea. Europeans are more about ethnicity. Dutch to British, German to Italian, Slavs to Scandinavians. But in America, you are all worried about race, race, race. The Bible does not command to have a full quiver, though. No, I mean, it talks about the benefits of it, but like, and you see, like, I'm happy for people who got married young and, have large families of children, but that wasn't me. I wasn't in any way, like, as a young woman in any position to be getting into that life. And you have to understand, I came from a broken family, I came into this world, like my parents weren't very intentional about how they had me. And I was very much determined, I had to overcome a lot on top of like living my life, supporting myself. Like, I'm not, as a young woman, I was in no position to be like finding someone. I mean, maybe I could have. I dated a bit when I was younger, but like none of the men I dated were like worthy of being a husband. Anyway, like, and I think, and then I got into like the feminism thing, which occupied so much of my time and energy, like my political like career, as it were. Embarrassing and moronic, but it was what I was doing in the world. So like, what can you do? Yeah, I liked your call though into the show, Fred. I really did like when you called into the Hake report. It was funny. Your call was funny. I was in the chat laughing it up. I was like, oh man, he's going in at them and he's making fun of them and oh my god. And then later in the chat, when you called Krishan like Hake's pit bull, I cried laughing. I was like dying about that. I'm still like laughing about that. Hake's pit bull. I just it was so uh, on your previous stream as a mixed person, I think that mixed guy has an identity crisis. I know. People are people. Why do we get so like hung up about this stuff? Why? Like, why are people so obsessed with the race thing? Oh God. And then Mark's call. It was a good episode, to be honest, this week with Krishan, though, and the Hake report. Like, I've had a lot to think about. I love how Mark just like plugged what his beliefs really are. I mean, he's always like alluding to things, saying little things here and there, but like, and also like I was thinking about it. I was thinking about what he was saying. I was like, this doesn't even sound like valid at all. Like he was like, basically there's three races, the blacks, the Orientals, and the whites, and all the other races. What did he say? All the other races are Mongoloid races that are mixtures of these three. And I was like in my mind trying to like put it together. I'm like, okay, like, wait, what? I was like, wait, what? Like in my mind, like thinking about like all the different peoples on the earth. And I'm like, this doesn't sound right. Like it doesn't make sense. No, it's not true. It was beyond stupid. It was like, I was thinking, I'm like, okay, so let's think about like India. So I started thinking about like Indians, people from, India, and like, there's different like ethnicities within that nation too. But I was like thinking like, well, how did they mix like to make these people? And then there's like Malaysians, and then there's like the Aborigines. I was like, wait, this isn't making much sense to me. That's a good point. That's a good point. You're right. Well, this is what people believe, though. Like, this is what these like white supremacist type of people believe, and I've not really even, explored their belief system that much, just because it's like so off-putting. They're so off-putting from the start because they're just full of hate. But then, yeah, to hear that, I was like, wait, I need to think about this. Like, this isn't making sense. I don't really like. I sat down and I was like, I mean, I know it's nonsense, but like, I really kind of sat down and like, this isn't like, the math isn't mathing here. Like, anyway. There's something wrong with him. I mean, I don't know. It disturbs me honestly that anybody would like take this stuff that seriously. Hi, Emery Cute 2015. She's had to say hi 3 times. Emery Cute 2015, welcome to the chat. Mm. I mean, I don't even know about getting into like Trump with it. He's a Trump supporter, right? I mean, yeah, I think so, but it is, it is. I mean, he named a book, Frederick. He named a book. I don't remember the name of the book. I just like sat, dissecting the idea. I'm like, well, let me put it together in my mind. Like, anyways, whatever. Yeah, at the end of the day, I'm just, yeah, I'm just not that into race, I guess. Like, people are people. Like, why are we doing this to ourselves? Why are we talking about each other this way? Why do we think about each other this way? Like, why are we even that obsessed? I do wish that people would revisit ancient history more often. Why? It's ancient history, Tomas. Can you elaborate, Tomas? What do we not understand? The travelers that they recounted what they saw when they effectively circumnavigated the globe. Yeah. I mean, I don't know. He was talking about like too how like when empires start race mixing, they end up like falling. And I was like, that's nonsense. I mean, that's the nature of an empire. It's one of the I would say it's one of the characteristics of an empire is that you have like various peoples interacting and intermingling. Like it wouldn't be an empire without that. So, I mean, empires are meant to fall eventually. Nothing lasts forever. You think you're going to stave it off by like, I don't know, becoming more atomized as a society? I just don't see it. I think yeah, the different peoples have different characteristics and traits about them, different cultures, different histories, the different civilizations they came from. But like, and I think there's something interesting about the differences between us, but like, I don't think they're that. I mean, especially like in a nation like the USA, we are such a diverse nation. We have people from everywhere here. It's kind of like amazing. I mean, this is one of the things that I find really incredible about the USA. And one of the things that makes me kind of like slightly patriotic, I suppose. It's like, yeah, my country is like so diverse. all the different states, all the different peoples here, like all the reasons our ancestors came here. It's really fascinating. So I don't know. Maybe I'm a liberal. Maybe that's just it. Maybe in my heart, I'm just like some kind of communist. I don't know. Like maybe. Yeah, I mean, reach out, and also like don't feel like you don't belong as well just because your life isn't all together or you're not some kind of what you think an upstanding person is. Church is for sinners, you know, and it's a way to serve, God in your community. So don't think you don't have a place there. You'd be surprised the kind of people you meet at church, you know, what they've been through, what they've done in their lives, the things they still wrestle with, you know, that maybe you might have something to offer and you have something to get out of it. Just that perspective alone, because sometimes I'll be chatting with people in church and learning about their lives and I'm like, wow, like that here they are seeking God. Yeah, it is interesting. I know each state is different. It's its own it has its own culture to a certain degree. I mean, not completely. Different regions can impact the culture, but like even going into Washington State from Oregon, it's different. Like the way they do things is different. The feel of the state is different. Or going from Oregon into Idaho, or from, Oregon into California. Like each state has very different ways of doing things. It has a different feeling. Or from like California to Arizona. I love the USA. We're so big and special. Best country on earth. The US is too big to know itself. What makes you say that, Tomas? Why is it because it's big that we cannot know ourselves? And look at you. You're here now, too. Don't you love it here? Don't you find it a fascinating place to be? Doesn't it teach you so much? I don't know, Terry. I am from Holland. So you keep saying, Tomas. So you keep saying, and you have a very, unique individual culture there. It isn't like it is here with so many different people. But how on earth can you say that we do not know ourselves? I think I have a pretty good grasp of the USA. And I think it's an amazing place. And I'm glad I'm here. I didn't feel that way when I was younger. I had this kind of like negative perspective of the USA, probably because I'd, drank so much Kool-Aid, that like destructive infantile leftism that permeates, that I didn't see how amazing this place is. And just going to, even going to like our neighboring countries or like going to England, it's way better here. It is way better here. It is so much better here. Yeah, and that is amazing too. I like that we are able to talk across like borders and stuff. Cali is the trendsetters of America. Honey, you have no idea how much those LA hipsters rip off Portlanders and how much Portlanders rip off Alaskans. Yeah. Okay. The sun rises in the east. Delighted to be here asked me if I wanted to take some laws in the US to Holland, and I was like, no. Well, what laws would you even want to bring from the US? Like, did she ask something like specific? That's such a strange question. New York is full of rats. I love New York City. I love New York. I heart New York. And look, I have a little rat here. I have a rat tattoo. It's not, there we go. You see my little rat? I love rats. They're very special animals. Rats are survivors. You know that? That's the thing about New York. I guess you're right. Maybe it is full of rats because like rats are survivors. They know when it's time to jump ship, you know? And also New York is full of immigrants, you know, a lot of people, you know, who are recent transplants to the US end up there, you know? It's a place that you can like go and establish yourself and become an American. It's still a gateway like place. And it's just beautiful there. The weather kind of sucks though. That's an interesting insight. I have only seen one rat in DC since being here. Really? I mean, the rats you kind of have to be out late to spot anyway. There's rats here, but I don't see them very often. It's like usually if I'm coming home late from like a concert or something that I'll stumble upon some rats. Like they come out after dark and they're so cute when they scurry around looking for their little food. I went last time I saw some rats, I was coming back from a concert and I stopped at this like little, it was like a, you know, waffle kind of restaurant. I don't know. It was like they do waffles and ice cream and that kind of thing. So I got like a small little waffle thing. Just mainly I wanted to check the place out, but it was in an area where there are rats. And as I came out of the building, you know, out of that little restaurant, I saw a rat kind of up the way scurrying about, and I tore off some of my waffle and threw it further out, like where it was, so that he would find it or she. I love them. I'm very fond of them. I think they're such special animals. There is no Alaskan culture in Los Angeles. No, I'm just saying, Alaskan hipsters, people rip them off. Rip them off. We rip them off here, and then we get ripped off. Oh, so are roaches. I don't like roaches. Although I remember when I was a little kid, my dad telling me stories about how I used to catch the roaches in our apartment in New York City and how I would throw them out the window. And I thought it was like so cool, like to catch them and like run to the window and throw them out, even though it didn't kill them. New York City is not what it's made to be. It's a mess. It's been really devastated too. Oh, oh, Tomas, it should be New Amsterdam. Look, the Dutch didn't hold on here as strong as they could have, okay? They made their mark. But when push came to shove, all right, the English made more of their mark. Mm. I hope you make it one day. Mom, come on. No, no. Stop it. I don't know what he's telling me to stop. Romanticizing rats. I used to keep rats as pets. What are you talking about? Is this what you're telling me to stop? I used to keep them as pets. They're wonderful animals. They're really sweet. They're funny. They're like playful. They're cuddly. They've got big personalities. They're smart. They can be trained. They have empathy. They're very like they have very interesting social culture. Like rats are very. Now, I know they're pests, but everything has been made by God for a reason, and you have to think that rats tend to break things down. Pests are there to break down what isn't being, used. They show up when things get stagnant and they tend to tear it down. Or when there's an abundance of things, they come in, I just, everything has its place. I'm not going to hate an animal just because it's. Well, I hope you are happy with the rats. God. They do. They can laugh. Yeah, they do laugh. They make very interesting noises too. Like they brucks and make some. Oh my goodness. Oh, y'all. What am I gonna do with y'all? I love y'all. Oh my god. What am I gonna do with y'all? What am I gonna do with y'all? Ugh. My hands feel so different. It's so weird not having my nails anymore. It's like I don't know. I feel weird. However, am I going to go about things? What am I going to do with myself? Things are going to be easier, though, I suppose. Takashi 69. Did he get killed? Oh, dang. I know. It'll probably improve my productivity at work because right now I type as little as I need to. I don't know, probably not, though. I try to keep things as like simple as possible when I'm making my notes and that kind of thing. I try not to use more words than necessary. It's important to be efficient about that. Oh, I was showing off my art last night in like JS Urban Adventures stream, but I didn't even pull up this one. Y'all like my turtle I did? What do y'all think of my turtle? I've got some like, what is this? This isn't my art, but these are some like postcards shoved in here. Let's see what we have in here. Didn't realize I put them in with my art. Oh, this is some fan art somebody sent me. This is a drawing somebody did of me years ago. Hi, Jen. Hi, Caleb. Oh, hey, we got some people here. New people. You love my turtle, Caleb? Thank you. How you doing? It's nice to see you. Hope you're well. Happy anniversary, by the way. I saw it was like how many years with you and your wife? I was like, yeah, that's awesome. Okay. Hi, Jen. Good to see you. You like the title? Do you know the song it's from? Yeah, I thought it looked like Groucho Marx too. Is it African? No, I made it. Oh, it's your 10 years. Hey, everybody, congratulate Caleb on 10 years of marriage. Okay, so let's look at this. Here is a postcard from Denali National Park I had shoved in here. Look at that, the untamed wilderness. Beautiful. And then this is Amur, Arctic National Wildlife Refuge postcard. I think I picked these up actually in like and then this is a it's not really even a postcard. This was like an advertisement for Farron. Farron is a Canadian lesbian folk singer that I saw. I went to this concert that she did. She's like the Bob Dylan of her particular community. She's very like, her work is very poetic. It draws on a lot of like nature and just, she has some incredible songs. Where is this? I don't even know where this is. Oh my God, guess who that is? Can you see the resemblance? Look at those little eyes. Oh my goodness. On that linoleum floor. Oh, my hands are shaking there. Look at me. Little me. I didn't realize I'd shove like this picture in here. Because I keep a lot of my art in this little I don't know what I would even call it. It's like a folder, I guess. It's like a box folder. I don't know. What's this? Anyway, enough of that. Oh, popped out. I don't seem to be able to get this in here. Oh, you know what I have here that might be interesting to show you? Okay, so some of you know that I years ago did some work with women in South Korea that were part of the like Escape the Corset 4D movement. Here are some art by some of them. So that's supposed to be a vulva. And then this is another one, The Courage to Be Uncomfortable, Seoul, South Korea. And then it's like, it has some interesting, so they had really massive protests years ago with this like Escape the Corset movement. And it's kind of morphed into like 4B stuff now. It's that it comes out of Korea, but like, yeah, they were protesting a lot of different things. So some of the things that they did their signs in English, just and in French too, like different languages, but they did a lot in English so that they would get more press around the world. But yeah, it says, "We are the sisters of the porn stars you murdered. Do not travel to Korea." So they were encouraging Western women or women around the world not to go to South Korea because of the legality of the spy cam issue. So in South Korea, I don't know if the laws have changed and if there are any Korean women happening to be watching, because I did pick up like at least 1,000 subscribers from South Korea, so they're around still. Even though I'm not a feminist anymore, sometimes they pop on from time to time, but yeah, the thing is, they had these protests against the spy cams that were basically everywhere and that were really targeting women in bathrooms, places like that. And, in Korea, their culture is so much more conservative and like, if a woman would be like found out to be in one of these films, even if it wasn't her fault, anyway, yeah, there were cases of like women who, just average women who, were going to use the bathroom because that's what the bathroom's for. And these men online, would figure out who they were and then dox them. And, in Korea, if you're it's not like here, there isn't the same kind of empathy or understanding that it's not your fault if somebody does something like that to you. You know what I mean? So these women would like be shamed and like, be targeted. People would be like harassing their family, that all that kind of stuff. So many of these women who were doxxed, they were violated by being filmed without their consent, but then they were also doxxed. They took their own lives. And this, is part of what fueled these protests. But like they still at that time had not been able to get the spy cams outlawed or any kind of criminal sort of prosecution for the men who were using these spy cams, because it was like, it was a crime that men were doing. Women weren't filming men going to the bathroom. Let's be real. There are specific crimes that are more likely to be committed by men. So it was interesting to like meet these women and, the women I did meet and like talk to them about this stuff. But yeah. And it's interesting. They had told me that they were inspired by the kind of like Me Too protests in the US and also like the women's marches. So yeah, some of these signs, it says in Korea, only man is human. We are here to break web hard cartel. Do not travel to Korea. So yeah, they were warning women not to come to Korea because you will be filmed without your consent, basically. Angry women will change the world. We women impeach Moon. Stop killing my sisters. We want her back. In Korea, women are considered money, not human. Women's rights are human rights. I fight for women. We're just getting started. Yeah. Yeah, it's very, very interesting. So yeah, this is some art that they produced. And so I do have maybe sometime I'll share the book that was done by one of the women that visited me, Ara. She's an artist, and she included me in the book as one of the women that are with them. I mean, yeah, it's different. It's different between the sexes, but I think, men are just, men and women are different. And so women are more likely to be, victims of certain crimes because of that difference. I'm good. I'm good. Women are money everywhere. Yeah, sorry. Jen said hi. Jen is Korean, but you're American though. Like you're Korean American. but she's from Korea. It was interesting. It was interesting to like just get that extra perspective and meet those women and talk to some of them. It does not, it's a different culture in some ways, but then in other ways it's not. And like as you know, human beings are the same anywhere you go, you know, really. And like men and women are very similar. Like the dynamics between us are similar, you know, what we deal with. So it was illuminating. It was illuminating. And it's something like that. Yeah, it's probably one of the few things in my like career as a feminist that I think was like an overall good experience for me to like meet these women and learn from them and to see the kind of parallels. But yeah, it has had an impact on their culture. I mean, yeah, they're reporting now that there's no first graders in many areas of the country. Like they're facing shortages of kids now. Like they have places where there's no first graders in school because so many women have opted out of marriage and having kids. Anyway, what a topic. Oh, Jen, I don't know if you're still here. I went back to that restaurant we went to, and they're getting ice cream now. They gave me like a sample when I was waiting for my food. They're installing soft serve, and they're gonna have soft serve ice cream, and they're gonna have milkshakes. I'm just like, I don't know what I'm gonna do. Like once they get milkshakes, and they're gonna have like, I tried the ube like ice cream that they had. They had like ube and pineapple available, but they're gonna be also selling like an ube coffee milk, like ice cream milkshake. I'm just like, oh man. And they're right there, right by my house. I don't know what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna be eating there way too much. I already go there like once a week. I don't know what I'm gonna do. I didn't have a milkshake yet. Milk. That's how I say it. What do you want me to say? Milkshake? Milkshake? Tomas is like, how about not gain weight? Well, Tomas, I'll be fine. Tomas, understand. If I got it figured out. I have my calories figured out, you know. If I just do OMAD, I can have my milkshake. Here we go. I know how to stay under calories, okay? I know how to eat what I want and stay under calories. I can't have a milkshake more than like once every couple of weeks anyway. It's a real treat. Like I can't imagine I don't even have them that often. I probably have one a month maybe. Like, don't worry, Tomas. Don't worry, Tomas. We're not going to undo all of my hard work and effort. Don't worry. I ain't going to get fat in front of you. I won't do that to you. I know you've been pulling for me. But trust, if I want to indulge, and at some point, especially with summer coming up, I'm going to want to indulge in that, especially when it gets hot. Mm. Yeah. I mean, they do have advanced technology there. Like even like I remember working with them, and they taught me a lot about like streaming and like, because before that I didn't really know much about it. It was such a simple process, but just like working with them and seeing the technology they used, like I learned a lot. No, Frederick, I'm not gaining a few pounds. We are not gaining any weight. Frederick trying to get me thick. Oh my God. Mm-mm. No, we're not doing that. Mm-mm-mm. Got this drink from there too today. It's hot coffee with boba. Mm-mm-mm. Ooh, I love boba. You knew it. Do you like boba? Who likes boba? Press 1 if you like boba. Press 2 if you don't. Who likes boba? I've been drinking boba since I was a teenager. I've been drinking boba for over half of my life now. All right, don't. Chris is here for chat. Here for chat. Yeah, I don't know. It's kind of like there's a big mess of it. I drank the drink, but there's like all this boba in the bottom of the cup now, and it's all mushed up together. White people have been enjoying boba for decades now, Fred. What do you mean the new white thing? And you know, it's interesting. Portland has a lot of like Asian influence in it. I don't know, it's just a West Coast thing. But there's like a lot of boba places, a lot of like Vietnamese restaurants and like can you not yuck my yum? Like, really, why are you even wishing that on me? Do you not like understand that that's like not a nice thing to even say? Little balls in my drink that's concentrated. What are you talking about? They have them at fast food restaurants. Well, that doesn't sound very good. No, I go to a special place for boba. It has to be a special place that specializes in it. It's Suburban Chic. I'm in the city, honey. They don't have boba out in the suburbs here like they do in the city. Although there are, I mean, out in Beaverton, yeah. I guess in Beaverton. Is Beaverton suburb? I mean, it kind of is. Frederick, shut up. Chris likes, don't yuck my yum. Yeah, don't yuck my yum. Come on, I love boba. I've got all these like delicious little bobas. They're fresh made. They're soft, chewy tapioca starch. Like, Oh, I love Chris Fleming. He's so funny. Chris Fleming is hilarious. What's that one song he does? I'm afraid to talk to men. And he also did that like Polly song, like, no, Caleb probably dipped out. Caleb likes to stop by, but he probably dipped out. He was probably like, yeah, this isn't my speed. I should get him on again. Would y'all like to have Caleb on my show again? I've been thinking it would be good to do something with him again. I've got this big glob that kind of got stuck together. When you get it in a hot drink, yeah, sometimes it gets a little bit melted. It's not as good. Ugh. Man, Frederick, you crazy. Frederick, what the hell? Yeah, I think they had their 10-year anniversary yesterday. I think it was. They were posting on Facebook. I'm not friends with his wife, but I do sometimes when he gets like tagged, her thing shot up. So I was like, oh, this is nice. It was nice little photos of them. What are you saying about the Irish? We are passionate people. Okay, I'm done eating this. I've had enough of my boba. So good. You know, he is Irish from what I remember. I mean, look at him. Look at him. Hey, Hot Wheels. Hey, Tar Baby Yoda. Where were you yesterday? Somebody else, like Chris, told people that my new nickname was Hot Wheels, but I needed you to, like, you're the one. I need your, like, I need your heat behind it. You know what I mean? I need the heat of Tar Baby Yoda to get this new nickname out, solidified, people calling me it, all of that, you know? Dang, Terry. They like kids. I think his wife's a bit older than him. I don't know that they're going to have any kids. They've been married for a while. Yeah, I don't think, I mean, they might. I mean, I don't know how old she is at this point. She could still be fertile. I don't know. But, like, yeah, I don't know that they're going to have. And I don't want to really talk about this. It's not my business. It's not our business, is it? If Caleb and Mitchos have kids, cool. If not, also cool. Like, I don't know. I get the impression though he's like really committed to his work. I don't know that he wants to have kids. Like maybe he does. We've never discussed it. But he travels a lot for work. I don't know. Like oh snap, I forgot I had a oh Jenny messaged me privately. I forgot I have a package to pick up. Yup. Yep. I posted a picture or like video of some of me eating that ube ice cream. Banned in real life. I don't know. Bond loves Tar Baby Yoda. Oh, don't we all? Don't we all love Tar Baby Yoda? Hmm. What do you mean by entirely private? Yeah, I don't like speculating. I feel bad. I shouldn't have been speculating anyway. It's not really any of my business. I mean, what they do. They're cute together, you know. They make sense in a lot of ways as a couple. I just say that, but I agree with that. I do think people should keep their business kind of like to themselves. Because you know, there's nothing more nauseating than couples that are just like it just including everyone in their business a lot of the time. It seems kind of strange and unnatural, to say the least. It's like, no, this is your spouse, not your, like, I don't know. But then again, I mean, 10 years together is a really big accomplishment. So it's like, when something like that happens, it's like if you hit your 10-year anniversary, then definitely something to post about, something to celebrate publicly. 10 years. Oh, bye, Arrow. Have a good night. Wish you well. Good luck with everything. More couples are marketing their home life on social, but I understand that it is for money. Yeah, I know. That's the other thing, like this trad wife kind of trend online. It's so interesting to me. And, like the trad wife, I should say, like TikTokers that are popularizing their lifestyle or whatever, like people don't really get that that's a business that they're doing. Like they're making money from it. So, in terms of like, she is working, she has her own business. Like, and I don't think people get that a lot of the times that with even even though she's like, not working a regular job, she is still employed in some way, making income for herself or her family. Like, picking at my head here a little bit, excuse me. How undignified. Read the love poem by Leon Phelps and tell me Joelle won't be Leon Phelps in 20 years, Terry. Okay. Who's Leon Phelps? Oh, what the hell? Um, I'm looking. That's rude. Hold up. I don't know what's going on, like why I'm having such an issue looking this up. The ladies' man. Is it What is Love? Oh God. The ladies' man, I forgot about that. I'm gonna read it out loud. I had to get it pulled up here, honey. I was having issues. I just cut my nails, so like using my phone is a lot harder. I'm not playing it. I'll read it out loud. I'm not gonna play it. I can't be playing things. Every time I play something, I get like a strike. It's so irritating. Let me. I know the dragon claws are gone. I feel weird. My talons are gone. They'll grow back in a couple months, though. I'll be fine. What is love? What is this longing in our hearts for togetherness? Is it not the sweetest flower? Does not this flower of love have the fragrant aroma of fine, fine diamonds? Does not the wind love the dirt? Is not love not unlike the unlikely? Not it is unlikened to? Are you with someone tonight? Do not question your love. Take your lover by the hand. Release the power within yourself. You heard me. Release the power. Tame the wild cosmos with a whisper. Conquer heaven with one intimate caress. That's right, don't be shy. Whip out everything you do, everything you got, and do it in the. That's nasty, Tar Baby Yoda. I can't believe you had me read that. I'm not even gonna. What? Are you leaving, Tomas? You're leaving? Oh my god. And Jenny's messaging me. She's upset. She's like, I was in your chat, but my comments didn't get highlighted. I'm so sorry. Yeah. God, and why? That's, I don't know. Is that going to be Joelle in how many years? I don't know. I hope not. Leon Phelps, the ladies' man. Oh God, I can't believe you. I can't believe you had me read that. They made a movie out of it, didn't they? It was romantic until the end. Yes, it got less romantic. I don't think that's romantic. I don't think it's romantic to do that to a woman. Read what I missed it. I need to go back. I don't remember seeing the movie. I remember the character from SNL, but I feel like I wanted to see the movie but never did. I'm sure it's stupid though. You think it was an amazing movie? The Ladies' Man? Those SNL films. Do they still make movies from these SNL characters? I mean, I don't know. I haven't watched SNL in a long time. I did watch like the Californians, some of those Californians skits that they did where basically most of the dialogue that they were having with one another was just about traffic and how to get, driving instructions or like those were funny. But that was a while ago too. Like that was a long time ago too now. Like, get out of here. Take the 10. Get off the exit. I don't know. I can't really give instructions, but it was kind of funny. And like they were almost all blonde. And then at the end they looked in the mirror. I was like, oh dang. Yeah. Tim Meadows is funny. Oh, Saturday Night Live. Why aren't you what you used to be? Why aren't you funny like you used to be? And we're in an election year. I mean, it should be funny. I remember they used to go all out for like election year, Maybe they still do, and it's just I'm not watching it, so I don't know. But I think that's probably a big part of it. The fact is, I don't watch it, and so I don't know what's going on. They could be funny, and I would never know. Alas, what can you do? What can you do? When I was young, it was funny, but not so much anymore. Somebody brought up Chris Fleming. I didn't know he did a song about boba. Hmm, really? Yeah, we have to be funny ourselves. We have to take what we've learned and apply it. Is it censored? Damn political correctness just ruins everything, doesn't it? It makes everything lame. It makes everything uninteresting and unfunny and just cringe, really. Totally cringe. It's sad. If we can't laugh at ourselves, what can we do? How are we to continue carrying on if we're not having a laugh? We should be laughing at our culture and one another. And yeah, I think it's interesting. I mean, when I was younger, though, it was like, it was really brutal sometimes, I think the culture was. Like, sometimes they would make fun of people and it would be like a bit much. But I don't know. We've definitely gotten way too much the other way. And now we take ourselves far too seriously. You think Gen Z doesn't understand comedy? Oh, I don't know about that. Maybe they don't understand it though, and maybe they don't have as much exposure to that. But they do. They have their own like humor. There's definitely a distinct kind of humor that they have that is unique to them. Like they make a lot of it is internet based as well. Like it comes out in memes and that kind of thing. But a lot of it is just to just like making fun of themselves for being like screwed up in some kind of way that they perceive that isn't even really that screwed up, you know? I mean, it's like they think that their suffering is unique or something. You know what I mean? It's kind of a generational thing. Like they think that, their mental problems or social problems or whatever physical problems aren't something that everyone's dealing with. Hmm. Interesting though. I try not to get too much into. Hmm. Interesting. Interesting. I never got. No, I don't think we did. If you watched Living Single, you've seen Friends, right? I never really realized that before. That Living Single, like, or that Friends was like the white Living Single. Once when somebody said that to me, I was like, "Oh, wow, it really is." My favorite sitcom. I mean, I've talked about it on here. It's Peep Show. It's a British sitcom, Peep Show. Played a clip from it recently. I'm not really into, I mean, yeah, I have to think like sitcoms that I watched growing up. Yeah, because we are living single in this 90s kind of world. I'm glad I got my girl. Remember Doctor Who? I mean, Doctor Who, there's been so many iterations of Doctor Who. Like, I never really liked Doctor Who though. Hmm. Yeah, Friends kind of sucked, honestly. I mean, I only caught a little bit of it growing up, but I never got into it. I always thought like the characters were kind of lame. There was like, yeah, Friends, Seinfeld, like I watched a bit, like, but I never thought it was that funny. Like sometimes they'd have like really funny episodes, but usually it was just kind of weird. Trying to think of other sitcoms that I watched or that were popular when I was growing up. Um, I just thought of Home Improvement. I mean, that one was stupid. Remember that neighbor that you never saw? He'd just be like peeking his head over the fence to talk to whatever is Tim, I think. Hmm. Yeah, Peep Show is vastly superior to all of this nonsense. Wilson. Okay. Chandler's dead. Home Improvement. Chris likes Seinfeld. Yeah. Yeah, none of these are as funny though as Peep Show. Like nothing even comes near the level of funny. I like the Office UK, like the UK Office version. I didn't find the American one funny. Like I didn't like it at all. Like I thought it was like really bad. It was taking like this really hilarious program and turned it into like just really stupid humor. I don't know. Like there's something wrong. I mean, I guess like growing up, there's Married with Children. Married with Children, I liked. That was good. It's also kind of stupid. There's something really kind of stupid about American humor. Not that Peep Show doesn't have stupid moments though, as well, or like The Office. Hmm. Rome, yeah, you would like Peep Show. I never saw Community. What is that? Community. Hmm. Moon Boy. Not familiar with that. I'm thinking. Um. And what did they do to offend someone? Have you all seen BoJack Horseman? That was like a weird one. I liked bits of it, then other bits of it I just found like completely insufferable. Um, I think other sitcoms. Hmm. Big Guns. Oh God. And I loved Mm, that sounds problematic as hell. I love it. I mean, I like a lot of like cartoons, like that kind of thing. Um, love Aqua Teen Hunger Force. That one was amazing. Aqua Teen Hunger Force. My favorite character was Master Shake. You know, Master Shake was something like I identified with Master Shake in a lot of ways. He was just very selfish and like maniacal and like scheming. Oh my God, Northern Exposure. Yeah, oh God, I saw that they were gonna put it on Amazon Prime recently, but I hadn't watched it. Excuse me. I loved that when I was a kid because I was from Alaska. We were living in Alaska, even though it wasn't actually filmed in Alaska. We still watched it because it was like such a big deal. You liked Meatwad and the Mooninites. What about Carl? Yes, Ren and Stimpy. I used to have a cassette of Ren and Stimpy songs that I would put in my little Walkman, and I would listen to it when I'd like have my little headphones on, and my Walkman had like little clips on it that you could clip onto your like back pocket. So I would like be dancing around to my Ren and Stimpy songs in my little jelly shoes. And I remember one time I was doing that, and it was the only time in my life that I ever successfully did the splits. Um, I was like dancing around and in my bedroom, and I slipped like the jelly shoes on the carpet, and somehow my legs like perfectly did a split, and I was just in such awe, but I could never recreate it. Um, he was amazing, Master Shake. I love when he got like plastic surgery. He got all that plastic surgery, and he got all that like fat taken out of his butt and put into his face. He's like, I am beautiful. And then they're like, you got a butt for a face. And he had like all this equipment tied up to him. Oh God, Master Shake. Yeah, I love Master Shake. He was just so selfish too. Like I remember him being like coming out. Like I think Meatwad was playing with his little moldy friend. I think it was moldy or whatever. And yeah, he was like, it's 2 in the afternoon and people are trying to sleep. Just so many good one-liners. Frylock was not as cool though. Frylock was not as cool. And then I love the Boondocks too. Boondocks was epic, epic cartoon. So funny. I kind of want to like rewatch them again. It's been a number of years. I'm trying to think of other like American comedy type stuff. There's a whole bunch of South Park I haven't watched as well. You know what? Did you all ever get into Strangers with Candy? I mean, I feel like this crew here would be like big Strangers with Candy fans because that show was like beyond. Like it was so good. I still think about it all the time. Like Jerry Blank. Such an amazing character. So yeah, I guess that would be a sitcom that I really enjoyed would be Strangers with Candy. It was like so ahead of its time, but the humor like definitely wouldn't fly now. It's like very, very, very problematic. A lot of the humor. But like so many people were in it too. Like I don't know, very edgy. Trying to think like yeah, other Comedy Central like stuff like that. But yeah, and I kind of there's so much like South Park I haven't seen still. Like I missed so many seasons. I don't know. Sometimes I feel like South Park's really preachy. Do you all feel that way? Like it's good, it's funny, but it gets kind of preachy. Like even if it's like libertarian preachy, it's still like a bit preachy. I just can be off-putting. Um, yeah, there's never been anything like Strangers with Candy that I've seen. It was just so bizarre that like it worked, you know. Um, hmm. Trying to think of others. Yeah, to think. I've talked about the thick of it. I don't know if y'all, but like that's another one of my favorites. It's British. It's from the early 2000s, and it's like political in nature. There's a character on it named Terry as well. And anytime there's a Terry in something, you know, I get even extra. Like, and this Terry is very, the character is amazing. They kind of made her dumber as the seasons progressed, but in the first like two seasons, she is so funny, so funny. I think they kind of dumbed down a lot of the characters actually over the seasons. I think they did like 4 or 5 seasons of the series, and they have like different ministers in it. So at the beginning, they have like this, like, I don't know. Let me see if I can find a clip of it. I know I'm going to get like, they're going to come for me if I do it, but let me see if I can get like, it stars like Peter Capaldi. And they actually did a film too. Hmm. But the swearing in it is like amazing. The swearing in it is incredible. It's something like, hmm. Oh, look, there I am. Hmm. Looks like they have full episodes on YouTube as well. That's interesting for those of you in America. Hmm. Okay, yeah, I'll play this clip. They'll probably give me a strike for it, but I don't care. Okay, that would be Dutch Horror. Dutch Horror. It's like a mix of Dutch Treat and Jack Horror or Horror. I don't know if I'm pronouncing that right. Good question. So yeah, I liked that, and then but that one was like hard to come by sometimes. I couldn't always find it. So I mean, I'm a sativa girl. I'm a sativa girly. So I like the really high THC, like energetic. You know, I like to smoke and get kind of like, you know, crazy. You know, but I like to be energized by it because it. My issue is like I don't like the more relaxing strains. I feel like they make me lazy, and with like a sativa, I can focus and get more done and like move my body better. So yeah, I miss smoking pot, y'all. I'm missing it so much. I'm missing it. I miss it. It's been so long. Fred was on here the other day lighting up that vape, and I was like, oh man. Although I never could smoke like that, you know. I usually when I would buy like J's, like because you can get them pre-rolled, I would buy like a package of pre-rolled, like 10 pre-rolled uh, J's, and it would take me like a few days to smoke one. No, I've been off for a while. And I can't be smoking. It's not good for my lungs. I'm not able to get like physical exercise like a normal able-bodied person. So it's not a good idea for me to be smoking. Alas. Alas. And the thing is, like, it's not like I can just pick it up and like put it down. That's the thing about Mary Jane. That's the thing about it. It's not, you break up with her and she draws you back in, and before you know it, you're hitting her like multiple times a day. And it's also a mess. I'm like, I also can't smoke in my building, so I have to like go outside into the like streets to go smoke. And like, if it's nice out, fine, but most of the year it's raining here, so like, and then you're like, you're on the corner smoking, and anybody can walk by, and it's like, okay, thanks for walking by with your kids when I'm trying to smoke my pot. Like, it's just not. People are so inconsiderate, like, here I am trying to do my due. Or like, somebody will come up and want to, smoke with you, which is sometimes okay. Actually, I've had nice experiences with that. There's a nice tree that I would go visit. There's my favorite tree nearby. I used to go smoke and kind of just chill with that tree on the corner. I mean, summer's here. Maybe I should start smoking pot again now that it's nice out. But, I don't know. I don't think it's a good idea. Because, again, I don't have much control. Once it starts, it's like, it's okay for a little while, and then, you're back under again. And, like, how do you know what he's smoking on? How do you know? All right, let me share my screen here. Let me share the thick of it. Make this bigger. All right, so Nicola Murray accidentally leaks the data loss. Okay.
Funny old department to come into, isn't it? Obviously you shied away from talking about it a bit in there, but immigration, is that all sorted now?
Right. We weren't sure whether you knew or not, but
yeah, that's DOSAC.
You say that. I had no idea when I came in that we were just hemorrhaging citizenship data.
Hemorrhaging?
Yeah, it's the last 6 months worth.
Gosh.
Did you know?
Well, we do now.
Well, thank God we're off the record. Absolutely. Bye-bye, John. Lovely to meet you. Sorry. Bye-bye. It's nice to...
Hi.
I didn't catch your name.
Oh, it's Marianne. Actually.
Marianne.
Yeah.
Right, yeah. So you were at the lunch, weren't you?
No, actually, I'm freelance. I'm just doing some feature shifts.
Sorry, Marianne. You were behind us just now coming down the stairs, weren't you? So you heard what we were talking about, but we were off the record, so that's...
Well, it's very nice to meet you anyway.
Shit.
Come on. Hey, friends of Dennis, we're over here. Come on. What are you doing, marking out your territory? Welcome to the mothership.
I need some air. Ollie, can you come with me? Open the door. Come with me. No.
That post-match puker, is she?
Come on. What is it? Look over there. There's a woman, red hair, young woman on the phone.
Yeah.
She was behind me on the stairs. I thought she was off the record. She was actually on the record. So I need you to go over there now. Take whatever was on the record off the record. It doesn't matter. Don't be thick for once.
I'm not
just
being
go
thick.
over
You're not
there
giving me enough
and
words.
just say it's off. Say whatever it was is off the record. Go now. Run. Marianne.
I don't know what she said.
Yep. I'm going to miss my wine tasting again tonight. I expect you're probably just more of a single malt man. I mean, I quite like a Talisker.
Look, for fuck's sake, we've both not got blackberries to check.
Marion, I'm not threatening you, but
What?
well, like I say, I'm not threatening you.
Yeah,
saying,
well, usually
but
the phrase "I'm not threatening you, but" is followed by a threat.
I'm sorry, Malcolm. I'm really sorry.
Fuck's sake, Jesus! Right, well, now we've got another fucking adjective to add to fucking smug and glum, haven't we? Fucking retarded! Jesus! Do you not think it would be germane to check who you're talking to? It's a fucking newspaper office! It's not a fucking sanatorium for the fucking deaf! Is it? Are you so dense? I'm not going to have to run around slapping badges on people with a big tick on some and a big cross on others, so you know when to shut your gob and when to open it. Jesus Christ. Oh, but that'll probably confuse you as well, won't it? That'll be too confusing. You'll see the cross and go, oh, fuck, X marks the spot. Better tell this little person all about the Prime Minister's fucking catastrophic erectile dysfunction. Oh, but not to worry. Not to worry. You've sent fucking Ollie over there to deal with it. Fucking Ollie! He's a fucking knitted scarf, that twat. He's a fucking balaclava.
Well, you're on very shaky legal ground there.
No, I'm really not. How am I? Oh.
Look, the department's not fit for purpose,
No,
really. I mean,
it's not.
Terry's quite bad.
Not just Terry. I mean, I'm not going to name names, but then Robin's shit.
She's total.
Total.
All right, Moff, fuck off. I'm sure that we can settle this matter of you eavesdropping on a private conversation.
It was a public conversation.
No, you think you're so clever, and you are so totally wanking with the wrong crowd here, because this man, right, this man is the press. I misspoke, and I missaw you.
Nicola,
What have I said?
Like, you see, do you think that this is going to advance your career? Is this you moving forward?
I mean, at least my career's got a trajectory, whereas yours is about to crash head on into a change of government.
Don't you worry, girl, because I can still fucking steer some fucking flaming wreckage right in your fucking
Yeah, I
direction.
tell you what, once it's printed, I promise I'll come back to you for a reaction quote. How's that?
Darling, I wouldn't fucking piss on you if you were fucking allergic to piss, right? On you go.
Quite
Walk
enough for
the
me for
walk,
one day,
walk
thank
the
you.
walk. Fuck right off. Go on.
We'll live through this.
Anyway, interesting show.
You're on TV live.
well, now,
Terry.
well, now you're on now, apparently.
Why are you squatting down?
Ah,
Why was
there
that?
she is. Malcolm, Nicola will be there in a minute.
No, you're in the shot actually, Ollie.
Why am I in shot?
I'm Nicola Murray.
Hi, everybody. Well, I'm very pleased to see a number of familiar faces here. Hello.
Isn't she good with the people?
Yeah, she is. But then
She's
so's
very-
Kate Thornton, and she's wanted for war crimes.
Ladies and gentlemen, let's take a look at Liam Bentley's election poster.
Mrs. Murray, do you feel your husband's involvement in the PFI prisons contract compromises your position?
Well, I'm just here to support Liam Bentley.
You don't feel there's a conflict of interest?
No, I really don't.
She's handling this very well, Malcolm. You think?
Are you going to resign, Minister?
Oh, shut up, you twat.
And I think they're interested also in greater opportunities for social
Looking terrific, Ollie. What? Sorry?
A little bit edgy.
Can you please make sure Nicola's right in the middle? She doesn't look important enough. Can you just move her over?
Can you just move for a second?
Round
so we
here?
can get the picture in a minute?
Perfect.
No,
Perfect.
no,
That
no,
looks
no,
terrific.
no. Jesus, Terry, the letters.
That's great.
What
There.
does it say, Terry?
It says Liam
No, it doesn't.
Bentley.
Not there, it fucking doesn't.
Move back where you were, please.
Okay.
This is obviously the hotspot.
Well, okay. If you crop
Of course,
in,
if you
then-
crop. Malcolm.
Oh God, it's so funny. Okay, we're gonna stop sharing. I don't want to get this stream, take it down. Yeah, you better laugh in a second. It's slow humor. You kind of have to watch it on your own and just get into it. Bet means gay. Yeah, bet means gay, or it can mean like that you're crooked in some way. Oh no, I'm on the naughty list. Too long. I know. You have to watch it. You have to get into it. Did I get taken down? Oh no. Did they come for my stream? They ain't told me yet. They told me that they came for my stream. What the hell? I stopped presenting. Have they sent me a warning? No, no warning. They interrupted my stream. What about my face? Am I on or not? I'm so confused. They paused it, right? Okay, we're back. I thought it would come back. I didn't realize it would take so long. Those bastards. I just want to share. They're real serious about it. They're like, you will not share this. You will not clip this. They're quick with it. They are quick with it, especially I guess the BBC. But yeah, the thick of it. That's another favorite. It's funny, but it's not. I mean, I don't get a warning when I'm streaming. I'll get an email sent to me, and I did stop streaming it. But I don't get like if I'm not checking my email. I just knew because you all were commenting like, uh-oh, ruh-roh. What a mess. I'm disappointed. I don't like being treated like that. What's a girl to do? Is it raining? It sounds like it's raining. It is raining, God. It was kind of raining earlier when I went out. Like it started as soon as I kind of headed back home from my little excursion out to the shop to get my food and coffee for the day. Now I don't know. I was going to paint my nails, but I'm kind of enjoying the brown. Although, yeah, this one needs to be filed. I guess they still need to be filed a bit more. They're not where they need to be. Anyway, sitcoms, interesting subject. I feel like there was something I saved to respond to as well. Let me take a look at YouTube and see if I saved it in my... But now I'm worried, like I don't want to... I think it was a small enough channel that it won't be a big deal if I get up on there and... No, I guess I didn't say that. Damn. What a mess. What a mess. What a dang big mess. Okay. Well, another thing I wanted to do, excuse me, is continue reading from the Doctrine of Repentance. I don't know if any of you are interested in that or if I should go away and come back later and do that another time. Maybe later if I'm on, although I probably won't be on later. I might check out, because I think Josh, JS Urban Adventures, goes live Saturdays as well. So I probably don't want to stream later today if he is. And what time is it? It's 3:42 Pacific Standard Time. I should probably head out for a bit. Probably won't be back today. Maybe tomorrow afternoon. We'll see. If I feel up to it, I may come back. If not, you may get me Monday or Tuesday. So anyway, thanks for being here. It was fun. I got in a little trouble there at the end, but it is what it is. So yeah, take care. I'll see you another time. Bye.